Decided to bring the kids down to Loose Park after picking them up from school. So this is how we're gonna start our weekend. Welcome to the not so daily feel anymore. Here we go.
Hey, do you want to walk to the pond? Go to the playground.
Yeah, a little bit.
Come on, Becky, Ducky. Guys.
I wish I could title this like Urban Exploring Abandoned Water Park. I mean, it's just off. Still fun though. Been here before with my kids. It was fun then too. Then Corona. I feel like this is just missing an H. There's a wedding going on behind me. It's taking a lot of restraint to not yell out, "Don't do it!" But I won't. I promise. I promise. Well, good morning. It's Saturday. A little bit of a lazy morning. Just had some cuddles with the kids, so that was a lot of fun. Because now it's like 20 to 11. So found this Parkville Nature Sanctuary Trail. Gonna walk down it, see what we can find.
Oh, the chicken. I go. Guys, here comes the park. Walk.
You're just sailing like a sailboat, huh?
Wow.
I'm just awaiting prosecution at this point. It's kind of cool. Wrist Lake Dam. Woo! Sunday morning, just cleaning and finishing up what else I may need to pack. Noticed baby mama got a new scale, so I decided to weigh myself, and I had quite a bit of surprise. Now, granted, it's not the normal scale I'm using, so there is a potential for differences that I just can't account for. But let's make sure. I think this one's being weird, so let's get it to 0, and we'll do this. 196.7. Didn't think that, because honestly, like, I've already eaten today, because I just, like, I got my younger one a bowl of cereal, and I'm like, you know what? That sounds good. And I've had my coffee and stuff like that. So I'm really quite surprised at the result of this. But I'm okay with it. But, you know, I'm honestly, I wasn't even trying to, like, lose weight this week. I did do quite a bit of exercise on Friday. And then obviously yesterday we went and did that big trail. And there was actually quite a bit of like vertical stuff. Like there was a cool waterfall and all that stuff when we were climbing up the hill and all that. So that could have had something to do with it. But anyway, we're just finishing up cleaning and stuff. Might try to go on an adventure later today. Not sure how well that's going to work, but we'll see. Well, I guess since I'm here and pseudo alone, I mean, I got the kids, but they're entertained by TV right now. Watching Wall-E. I didn't watch that one, but I got my dishes soaking and stuff because I'm cleaning because I'm an idiot sometimes. But I just want to document a little bit of the work that I've done to this house. So when we bought the house, it had a bunch of like brass and just ugliness. That's similar. But you know, we went to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever. I think it was Lowe's. And we found this Adorn series by Legrand, and we really liked this. This was like 8 years ago when we bought the house. But I've replaced so many of these outlets and switches. Can I find an outlet? No, I didn't do that one. Maybe not. Anyway, this one is pretty cool since this is the shower and pooper. But don't have to touch it at all. So I really like that. These are just the normal switches, which they're actually really expensive. Flooring was done by a company in 2017. It's the vinyl plank flooring, so it looks pretty cool. It has the like varied width to those. Really like that. Of course, I didn't specifically do that, but paint. Took down the knockdown ceiling because that happened. But it happened over there first. So we did that, and I painted all this. Painted all these air return covers. Yes, I mounted the TV to the wall and did this. Of course, it's dark. Did this thing where I can pass through the HDMI cables, which I just have an extra one there now, but it also has the power and everything so that it can be mounted and look all super clean like. Ooh, let's not fall over. Okay, here's an outlet. So they just look kind of fancy. Oh yes, I painted both of these nightstands. And I actually kind of like how the paint faded on it a little bit. Gives it almost like a rustic type of look. That was just bought, but I bought the paint to match. But I did all these. Pretty sure I painted, maybe I didn't paint those. I don't know. Now I'm starting to lose my mind as to what exactly I did. The Google networking, Google Wi-Fi, ran the Ethernet into the bedroom from the garage down below. And did the fancy colored switch there. So now in the guest bedroom, this is my kids' room. So when you turn off the light, it has a little light indicating where the switch is, and I was just thinking, like, just in case guests don't know exactly where the light switch is. Painted all that. Yes, I did. I built this shelf out of an old pallet. I think that our basement flooring came in on. I think. Put up all this stuff. Of course, it's dark in here. Can't really see. I put up all those letters. I've taken pictures of that. But now, since they have bunk beds, they keep coming off because, you know, kids. I put this together 2 weeks ago. Mounted that camera up there. What else have I done? I think that's about all we got in here. I guess when my oldest was starting to walk, I had to fashion this gate out of 2x4s, some 1x, and some gate hardware. Oh, and I put this paneling up on the other side of this railing because these are definitely not code compliant. These are definitely wider than 4 inches. Still don't have a handrail on the stairs. I replaced that light. That was fun. Here's an example of what the switches and everything used to look like. So they were just not a huge priority. But I did all this flooring, which of course now we got toys all over the floor, even though I cleaned this up already. So did all this flooring. There's little spots that I'm not as proud of, like in the door jambs. I wasn't all that skilled. And there's a representation of just what the outlets look like. It's pretty standard. Painted all this. I actually had my brother-in-law help paint this because he had a paint sprayer. Geez, what else? There's been a lot. Baby mama likes purple, so that's why I did that for her. That's my desk that I kind of wish I could take, but I will not be taking because it's huge. I know there's more. But this floor took a while, and it goes all the way in to this room, just a continuous. So, kids, the expansion stuff is real because this is a long stretch because it goes from all the way from that wall all the way over to that wall. So we get it like right in the middle here of just little expansion cracks, which I did take a little bit off of there because it was starting to bunch up when it was a little too warm. Light fixtures. I did these all over the house. Not this particular one, but obviously when we took down the drop ceiling, which was, we did that because there was kind of like commercial grade carpet on the floor down in here, the whole basement. So we knocked down all the knockdown ceiling while the carpet was still there, and then we just rolled up the carpet, and so that was a little bit easier on the disposal of it. But obviously there was a boob light, as I affectionately call them, just those round ones where just like hemispherical and it has a little nipple on the end of it. So boob light. Okay, I think that's the only one I did down here, because those were just the can lights. Go find the ones upstairs. This was the first one that I did. Has like the Edison bulb in there. Where's the switch? There we go. That was like the first light fixture I ever installed. In the kitchen, I did replace this. This was, you know, your standard 70s, 80s ceiling fan, because this was technically an eating kitchen when we bought it. Now, when we had the kitchen redone, they had to move it over one ceiling joist space, because this would come out and hit it. So obviously we couldn't have that. This ceiling fan was fun, because that's quite a tall order. But yeah, I did that one. Did the light fixtures over there too. Which that one was even harder because I had to get way up high on the ladder. Oh, there's another one. That one's in the entryway. Another one in the hallway too. Ceiling fan in the master bedroom. Same one as what's in the kitchen. Just because we like the kind of cool aesthetic of those blades. Here's the one in the kids' room. I really like this one. Oh, well, of course it'd be helpful if I had a light on. Is that even gonna help? Oh, it has this cool, like, earth bulb on it. And rockets for the fans. Installed this even before my oldest was born. This crack has been the bane of mine and my brother-in-law's existence. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if there's, like, no header in this cased opening in between the hallway and the living room. But that crack just keeps reappearing. And I know I sanded this down. That's the thing. Like, that was just a couple months ago that I did that. So, almost forgot to document this here. But in the master bathroom, which is just separated by a little half wall, this used to have these little pillars that went all the way up to the ceiling. Which obviously I meant to refinish this at some point, but that never happened, but not really my thing anymore. The good part about my kids being early risers, the entire park open all to myself. I don't want to show them, but yeah, here we are. Woo!